Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Miniature City. Today we're going to start off by making a hedge. I know last episode at the end I said that we were going to be making a fence. It's about the same thing, but I changed my mind about between a fence and a hedge, and I want it as a hedge. A different shade of green to the grass is really going to make everything stand out wherever it's placed more. And I think it just generally, I think we use more hedges in the city than we do fences anyway. It's just more versatile, it's more useful. We're going to be using iron doors, like I said. So I'll grab iron doors. I'm not going to ever use an iron door for anything else, am I? So we should grab that. And we're going to use the same principle as we did for the racetrack fences here. Now that does require us making a little void space, as you can see on the end of the block. Because if we remember, if we fill that space, we end up with that little bit of texture being visible on the top, and it ruins everything when you can see a load of dots on the tops of the doors that are meant to be invisible. So I don't mind having a little bit snipped out from the hedges. We can make the little access ways. It will work really great with this hedge design. I don't know if I want to take the current leaf design. I don't think it would be small enough. We might have to just do it as a solid green. We'll have a look. Let's jump into Photoshop straight away and check it out. Okay, so the way that we're going to save some time with this, first off, we can just get rid of the top half of the iron door. We don't need that. That can go. We can save that, close that, get rid of it. Then we want the door that currently has the fence on it, which is the birch door. I'm going to select that and I'm going to copy it. That way I don't need to work out this width again, that perfect pixel width. So we can open the bottom half of the iron door, zoom in, select it all, delete it all, paste in the birch door bottom, put that in the bottom left hand side, and now I don't need to work out, what is it, like a 6 pixel or 7 pixel gap in there. Now I can, if we go to leaf, you can't see it but I can bring it over for you. Oh yeah, they're not the vanilla leaves, are they? Anyway, like if I bring this over, this is what the spruce leaves look like in this texture pack. Now some people don't understand that the leaves, the grass blocks, the leaf blocks, any block that changes its color depending on the biome that it's in the textures, it's actually only grayscale, and the color is then applied after it depending on the color map of the biome. So when people say, oh, you should just change the color of leaves to pink if you want cherry trees, no, that's not how it works. Alright, so we can't do that. We'll have to make our own hedge design up. I think I like the idea of it being about that tall in total. So like including these ones here. We're going to just start off with a base green. I want it to stand out against the grass, or like the grass of the city, which is this grass right here. I want it to stand out against that. So do we go darker or do we go lighter? I think we go darker than that. So let's start off with this as a base green, because I think this is darker anyway. And if it's not, we can just make it dark. We can just change the exposure, can't we, if we're not happy with how dark it is. So we'll get rid of that. Put some shape on the top of it like I do in my the real city. We shall do that. We shall get the rubber. We'll do something like this. Sort of. Something like that. Perfect. That gives us just a little bit of sort of wavy. It's not sort of perfect then, is it? It hasn't been trimmed to perfection. We then get a nice darker one to really go along the bottom. In fact, I might do it that one there and then go even darker for at the bottom. That way, this is going to push it up from the colour of the grass and hopefully make it stand out a lot more. We then want some lighter greens just to try. Oh, that's like barely lighter. We'll do that. It works. I can see it. And I'm just going to click away and just add some sort of random dots to this. And then grab another one. Go a little bit lighter. That's better. That's nice and visible. And maybe this would work perfectly, because I don't think any of these screens are remotely close to the grass texture that we have currently. So that should work pretty well. I'm quite excited to see. Let's jump in and just check it out how it is at the moment. Let's check it out. I haven't tried it yet. It's just loaded. I think that works really well. That stands out against the grass. We can see it even from back here. Perfect. Okay, so let's put some of these down in some spots that we want. So we can have like a little hedge going along here and down here. And then suddenly Bang, we've got a little garden on the back. We can do that on these houses as well. Give these guys some privacy. Oh, I'm popping off some paintings. That doesn't matter too much. Like that. Yeah, look how much of a difference that makes. I can now put some trees in the back garden here. That'll super help. I'm going to try and do these in a way that doesn't, oops, pop off too many paintings at the back here. Yeah, that works. So this is the main part that we needed them desperately. I can put one there. It's going to pop that painting off though. Is it? It should do. Really? Really? That's on the same block as this painting. I'm sure it's just lagging. I'm sure that's not how it's intended. And where else has hedges and gardens? Not too much else at the moment, because I've been sort of trying to stay away from them because it was really tricky to do. I can put them down the edge of the beach here. I know we have a stone one, don't we? Ours is a stone wall that goes down, but we can make this into a hedge one in this mini city. Just divides it up a little bit better. I'm getting rid of the rocks. I don't like the buttons as much as having an actual sort of hedgerow as a protection in there. I think the buttons looked a little bit weird, so I'll get rid of those. Yeah, that looks so much better. We'll put one here and one here to get around that corner. Beautiful. Okay, that's going to be really handy. We can put some on this island as well, like that. Leave a little gap there. Oops. Have it coming down here on that one. I can't put it on this side, but I can put it there, and then down here. Yeah. Okay, that's adding such a huge amount of detail through a single block. Now I want to do the gas station, the petrol station, the fuel station, whatever. That's located. Which one is it? That one or this one? I can't remember. It's located in one of those spots. And we'll also put the same fuel station over here. I said once we do it, we'll put one over there as well. So let's jump back into Photoshop to do that. Alright, this building shouldn't take long at all. This should be a really simple one. The top of it is going to be the carpet that looks like air conditioning units, and the actual sides of the building are very blank. You know, on the front they have a window, but on the sides they have absolutely nothing. It's just the sort of skin clay texture. That's what I call it. And then some orange, and then the cyan going around the top. Super simple. The car wash, we're not going to be able to do. Obviously, we can't fit that into a single block. I'm going to use yellow stained glass for this, because we're just going through the glass at the moment. And let's start off with that skin colour. It's going to be in an orange. A little bit more in the red. More in the red. That's about right. What is that colour, clay? What is the colour of that clay? Clay. Oh, I can't see, yeah, because I've changed all the colours. It's white stained clay, isn't it? It's white stained clay, yeah. Oh, it's done that weird glitch again. It must be the button that I'm hitting. It must be. If I drag it in again, bang, done. There we go. So, perfect. That's the white stained clay texture. And then we want the orange, the bright orange style one. It's not quite that. It's more like that, isn't it? Let's drop down our pixel size again. We want to leave the top for the cyan color. I'm going to leave 5 pixels at the top for that, and then we're going to do 5 pixels of this orange. Perfect. We're going to get a darker orange to add some shading to the bottom. I'm not darker than that. I'm not going to go up the side with the shading. I'm not going to do up here because it's going to wrap around the side and that'll look weird if we do that. So we're just going to do the bottom one and maybe even the top one with a lighter shade, something like that, just to make that pop out a little bit more. We need something in here because there's really not much involved with it. For the bottom, I'm going to do a little bit of a grey. I know it's not really in the main in the actual one, but like I said, we definitely need some extra bits on the side here. We've got 2 options, and I think I like the option that I'm going to say first. Well, I'm only going to say one option because it's the only one that I like. What we're going to do is we're actually going to leave this building with no door and window. We're going to leave it like this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to create a painting, and the painting is going to be of just a door and a window. That way, on other buildings, we can just plop that painting down on the front of it and give ourselves a door. I think it could be really cool. This looks so cool, by the way. Let's save that, close that, and then get the paintings up. Paintings? Move this across. We've got a load of paintings still that we can use, look. Let's do the... Well, we've only got one by one painting left, so we want to use this for this before we run out. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to remove the entire painting, and then we're going to pretend that this is a building. Think of this as a building, and we're just going to put some blocks on it as a door and a window. Now, our doors are always black. It's just the universal way of doing our doors in this series. And either a 3x5 or a 4x6 works out really well for us. Let's move that over a little bit as well. Do we want it on the left side or the right side? It doesn't really matter what side. We'll have about there. And then for the window, we'll grab the blue that we've got here, and we're going to make a window that goes a decent sized window, so we can put these on any shop fronts that we want. Oh, hiccups. They hurt so bad. Oh, you ever get hiccups that hurt? Man, try not to. They're the worst. We'll grab a darker grey to go below it, a lighter grey to go above it, some white for a shine, and we might grab a dark blue as well. I think the dark blue could work really well here to darken up some of the glass, something like that. Grab the dark blue to go along the top, because this is going to be a ledge that's sort of making the glass go back a little bit. Do you want to go down the side as well? Yeah, I like going down the side, and that's going to be it. That's going to be the clever part. Oh, actually, what if we move this door over by not the purple though, move this door over by one block, and then I can get the tiny little sort of frame on top of the door, and that's going to be the painting. Now, I might be a little bit off here with the windows, actually. I think we might want to move this up a little bit. If we go over by one like that, do the door again, make the door bigger. Black. I had a little region selected over here. Make the door bigger. We're going to go, what is this? 7 blocks tall, 5 blocks wide. 8 blocks tall. 8 blocks tall, 5 blocks wide. And then we'll put a little bit of a top on. That way, it should suit pretty much any building that we want to stick this on. If it be a skyscraper or a small building, hopefully we've got a scale that's going to work somewhat okay. It's going to be really weird because this window is going to be very low in comparison to the fuel station that we've got, which is why I kept trying to creep up. I think that's good. Let's save that. Let's go and check this idea out. It might not work. So the shader pack is just loading up. There we go. Resource pack, not shader pack. We want yellow glass. Oh, look at that. That looks so cool, doesn't it? Just in the image there, for some reason, on the glass. What does the other one look like? Brown, wasn't it? Brown? Yeah, that's so cool. And green. Yeah. I think it look really cool. And then painting. Okay, so if we put down the fuel station, I also need a grey. That's a nice floor grey. It's on this section as well. I looked it up on the overview version. It's like this. We're going to put the fuel station. I think I can go another block. I'm going to put the fuel station down here. The carpet on top is obviously the aircon one. I threw it on the ground. There. Sweet. And then the painting. There we go. Now, like I said, it is super low on the building, which sucks so bad. Can I force it up anymore? I didn't realize it was that low. I thought I had moved it up quite a bit. Let me move it up. I'll be back. I tried moving the window up, but then it looked too high. So I just made the window taller. And I think that works really well. That looks like a shop window or the garage window. Perfect. For the fuel station itself, this is tricky, isn't it? Because how do you make something so small? I think what we're going to do is we're going to have to put down 2 blocks that don't connect. Redstone torches, for example, might be perfect. If we put down a redstone torch over here, and a redstone torch over here. Particles, though. I could remove the particles. A plant could work. A lever isn't straight up. See, if I use the cobblestone wall, I put one there and one there, they join up. Now, I want a little gap down the middle. Now, you can do a fence and a wall, and they won't join up. But if you put two fences down, they do. And I think if you mix and match fences, I'm sure they still join up, don't they? Oh, two different fences don't connect together. I did not know that. Did you guys know that? I did not know that. Okay, well, if I can just get two fences that look somewhat okay, they're probably the only two options that we've got, really, aren't they? Because all these are just roads that point in different directions. Oh, unless it's a nether fence. It is a nether brick fence. That's why it doesn't join up. Not normal fences join together, like an oak and a dark oak will join together, but nether ones don't. So I was just thinking about something like this, and then sticking a carpet over the top, and I think that was the sort of the best option for us. Like that for the fuel station. You see, we can get the little car park block as some detail around the area. Just pick that up. I love the hedges, man. The hedges are working so well. Have a little car park back here. Even a little car park down here if we wanted to. Something like that. And I think that works out probably the best that we're ever going to get. I can get some more hedges now. I can get hedge to go down here. That looks so cool. There, there, and there. And that one. And I can't put it there. That'll pop off the painting, won't it? But I can go there with it. Yeah. Okay, excellent. I think that's pretty good. It takes up the space quite well. It's a little big, if anything, but I don't think there's any way that I could do it. I mean, I could move the fuel station over by one block and then bring this down by one block. Let's try it. Let's give it a look. So we'll get rid of those and those. I need that one to go there. I need that one to go... that one to go there. These to go on top. I keep opening up doors. And I don't know what doors I'm opening. It has to be that way round. It's so tricky. There. Get rid of those. Put that one over here. That one on there. Painting on the front. But it's really cool. I think this painting idea is really good because it's so universal. It's going to be able to fit onto pretty much any building that we want. There. And then take those away. That one and that one. Okay, I think that's probably a little bit better. I could even go a step further and shrink that down to be touching the fuel station. But is that going to then look too cramped? That's the question. Let's get rid of it. Put that one on there. Put that one on there. Take those away. Oh, I can't get the door on, can I, when it's that close? No, of course I can't. That one, and the painting. Okay, I think that's probably the closest that we're ever going to get to to the fuel station in our miniature version. I think it works pretty well. I mean, we can't do little tiny fuel bits and stuff. That's just impossible. But we should be able to now do the same one over here. Put it on this side. Have that down. If I put the entrance on the front, I can then do at least a fence. I like this fence better. A fence with the white carpet on top of it on this side for the little fuel station that we have at the cargo port. Really lifts that part of the cargo port up as well, doesn't it? Okay, excellent. That's going to do it for this episode, guys. I'm afraid if you enjoyed it, then hit that like button. If you haven't, then feel free to subscribe. Do I want to drop that into a full block? No. Yeah, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Keep up to date with all the other series that we've got going on. Got some really cool stuff happening. I have no idea how we're going to do the stadium when it comes to it in the miniature version. We'll work that out later. Not something that I need to worry about now. I saw some comments of people asking my thoughts on that. I haven't thought about it. I don't know how I'm going to do it. We're going to ignore it. Alright, guys. Bye!